Chum City building. It's a very special presentation of an intimate and interactive evening with Def Leppard. They have a new CD out. It's called Vault, a collection of their greatest hits, and I think the guys are ready. They're right here in the dressing room. Let's see. Hello, Def Leppard. You guys ready? Hello, Joe.
There's some naked men in here.
Okay, bring them out.
Okay, guys.
That can't stop us, can it?
Only kidding.
Come on out, come on.
I'll be shy, yeah?
We'll tell you what the interactive part is all about as we head down. We're going to be fielding questions from a very excited live audience, as you can hear it. Can you hear them? Also, we're going to be taking phone calls, faxes, and emails. And now I'll show you what the intimate part is all about. Here they are, Def Leppard! Please take your places. Not much to say, is there? You guys excited? All right, Vault, a collection of greatest hits from 1980 to 1995, features some of their best songs, including one new track. And we're going to start off today with Two Steps Behind, which is from their retroactive CD. That was released in '93, a collection of B-sides, and also on the Last Hero soundtrack. But first, though, we've got probably one of their biggest hits, and I think a favorite amongst a lot of you guys. From 1987, Hysteria. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, wow.
You ready? I know you guys are. Ready?
Are we ready? Are you ready?
Hysteria.
I guess we're ready.
Def Leppard.
Woo! Come inside when you're ready to, but no chance if you don't want to dance. You like a fool in words when you're ready to, but then you won't catch and know that you can. You got it, but are you getting it? You said love is a word when you get so, but then your finger won't trigger the gun. You can't stop it, so don't rock it. You know you got it. Hey, but are you getting it? Really getting it? Oh, come get it today. Really only you love it. Every little bit that you got. Every bit of everything you love it. Come on, live with me. Only a star. But then you don't, 'cause you already did. You jangle your jewels while you're shaking up. You drive the pretty boys out of their heads. You got it, but are you getting it? You flash your bedroom eyes like a jumping jack. You play it pretty with a pen on the bed. You know you can't stop it. following me. Pull it, come on and trigger the gun. 'Cause the best is yet to come. I said, 'cause the best is yet to come. But now you're getting it, really getting it. Yeah, are you getting it? Really getting it. Oh, come get it today. Give me all your loving, every little baby, all that you got. Every bit of your loving. Come on and live a better, won't it stop? Hey, now you get it. Give me all your loving, all that you loving. Give me all that you got. Give me all that you got. Every bit of your loving, every bit of your loving. Never won't it stop? Hey, hey, give me all of your loving.
Right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. We've got a noisy lot in tonight. How you doing? Well, it's certainly very nice to be back in Canada again.
You bet.
Here's a song for you that, a little story about this song, I guess, quickly. We recorded this in my house. It took 3 hours, cost equivalent of about $100. It came out as a B-side, and then a year later it became one of the biggest hits we've ever had. And it's called Two Steps Behind. Thank you, Arnie.
Walk away if you want to. It's okay if you need to. Well, you can run, but you can never hide from the shadow that's creeping up inside you. There's a magic running through your soul. You can't have it all. Whatever you do, I'll be 2 steps behind you. Wherever you go, and I'll be there to remind you that it only takes a minute of your precious time. Turn around, I'll be 2 steps behind. So take the time, think about it. Just walk the line. You know you just can't fight it. Take a look around, you see what you can find. Like the fire that's burning up inside me. There's a magic running through your soul. You can't have it all. No, whatever you do, I'll be 2 steps behind you. Wherever you go, and I'll be there to remind you that it only takes a minute of your precious time. Turn around, I'll be 2 steps behind.
She's running through your soul, but you can't have it all. Whatever you do, I'll be 2 steps behind you. Wherever you go, I'll be there to remind you that it only takes a minute of your precious time. Turn around, I'll be 2 steps behind. Yeah, baby, 2 steps behind. Oh, sugar, 2 steps behind.
Thank you very much. How was that? How's that for a little intro? Just a taste. Welcome once again to Much Music. It's really, really great to have you guys here. So let's meet the band right now, like you guys don't know them, but just in case you don't. Hi, Phil Collin on guitar. Very nice to have you here.
Thanks.
This, of course, is Joe Elliott. And Sav. His name is Rick Savage, but just so we don't get him confused with the other Rick. Sav. And Rick Allen. Hi. It's a pleasure. And the newest member, Vivian Campbell. Hello, Vivian. Vivian, of course, did a lot of work with Dio and Whitesnake, so you're well in tune.
Well, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that? Okay, so we won't talk about it. All right, and this is Def Leppard. Once again, guys, here we go. So, obviously, you're all going to have a chance to ask Def Leppard a lot of questions, but since I'm here now, I'm going to get first dibs on it, okay? Is that all right? So, you have a new album, Vault, a greatest hits collection.
Right.
And you also have a new album coming out in May, Slang, correct?
Yeah.
Well, greatest hits from 1980 to 1995. And does it feel like a landmark point
Yeah,
in your
I mean,
musical career? Perhaps even a turning point at all?
definitely. I mean, the way we've recorded Slang is a lot different to anything we've done in the past.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, the approach of it was way different. Yeah, we didn't use a studio. Rick's playing acoustic drums, as everyone can see these days. And that's really cool. That makes a
Yeah.
huge difference, you know. And for 10 years since Rick's accident, he's been playing electronic drums, so it's great. It sounds wonderful. You
It
know,
sounds
we're really
great.
pleased
Yeah,
with it.
absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, what about musically speaking, as far as your songs and your approach to songwriting is concerned? Is there any change at all in that?
Well, it still sounds like Def Leppard. It's just a bit more aggressive, you know, and there's a lot
Oh,
more.
really?
Yeah, more aggressive guitars. It's more dynamics. Tons of stuff.
Because Joe, actually, you said once that, I mean, despite the fact you guys have sold, I think it's 37 million albums.
Is that all?
Yeah. That you've never been in fashion because you've never been out of fashion because, in fact, you've never been in fashion.
Absolutely, we've never followed trends. Because image has never been, be quiet.
Those are your fans outside. So they've got a microphone out there so they can
I've
hear
lost my
what's
train
going
of
on.
thought. What was I talking about?
You've never been out of
No,
fashion?
we spend little time in the clothes shops and much more time on the songs, basically.
Right.
As you can see, look at the state of it.
Well, this is also a...
It's just a bit of my granddad's.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit more also about this look, you know, new haircut, Joe.
Well, yeah, I spent a bit of time in the hairdressers, yeah.
Yeah, I don't, you know, please no offense, it's a styling hairdo. What do you guys think? You like it? Girls?
I'm thinking of becoming a
Girls?
fashion model.
A fashion model.
Yeah, it's a lot easier on the voice.
I think, you know, you're doing fine with music. All right. There are many ways that you can get in touch with Def Leppard tonight. You can call us, you can fax us, or you can email us. And this is how you do it.
If you would like to get intimate and interactive with Def Leppard, for questions and comments, the toll-free number to call is 1-800-265-MUCH. That's 1-800-265-6824. By fax, the number to call is area code 416-591-MUCH. That's 416-591-6824. You can also send your questions and comments by email to muchmail@muchmusic.com.
Here at the Chum City building, we've got something we call Speaker's Corner. It's your way to be seen and heard. And we take Speaker's Corner on the road. And right now, we are going to Vancouver, I believe. Please watch your screens because this question is for you guys.
Listen carefully.
Hi, my name is Melanie and I'm in Vancouver. I have a question for Rick. I was wondering why in your song Miss You in a Heartbeat and in the liner notes of Vault, you say thank you Canada. How come?
Who would like to take that question?
Wait, it was Rick or Rick?
Which Rick are we talking about? Actually, I think it was me. I actually made a comment in the liner notes as thanking Canada, and that's purely because it was actually a bit of a hit over here, bringing a Miss You in a Heartbeat. And we never even realised it was a single. And we just saw it in the Billboard one time and went, wow, they actually like that song in Canada. So.
Well,
that's because they haven't heard us play it yet.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we'll change all that later on. Yeah.
Well, Canada is your best market, actually.
Per capita,
yeah.
biggest in the world.
It is. Why do you think that is? Why do you think Canada loves Def Leppard so much?
Because, like us, you're not fashion victims.
Okay.
It comes from here rather than from here, that's all, you know.
What song
Feel
are
it.
What song are you going to do next?
We're going to do one from off the Retroactive album called From the Inside. One, two, three, four. I am bad. I am evil. I am winter. I am pain. I'll mess up your life. I'll beat up your wife. I'll lose all your friends. And I'll win in the end. So you be the joker, and I'll be the clown, and I'll laugh while you're up there, and I'll laugh when you're down. Though your screams break the silence, but they won't make any sound. Na 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 na. I will rise, I will take you, I will break you, never let you go. I'll shoot through your veins, I'll drive you insane, I'll poison your breath, and I'll love you to death. So you be the joker, and I'll be the clown, and I'll laugh while you're up there, and I'll laugh when you're down. Though your screams break the silence, but they won't make a sound. Na 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 na.
You are watching a very intimate and interactive evening with Def Leppard. We want your phone calls, your faxes, and your emails. We'll be right back. Tonight, not only are we taking phone calls, faxes, but also we are tapping into our email. Now, for a week or so, we've been getting questions for Def Leppard, and I believe we've got an email question right now. Please watch the screens one more time. And it says, I am really excited about Def Leppard being in the same city as me. So I just had to think of a question to ask them. This morning I thought of one. Did you guys ever notice how much Bryan Adams' music sounds like yours and how much Bryan Adams sings like Joe Elliott? I have always liked Bryan Adams, but I'm starting to like him even more because he reminds me of you. I think you are the greatest, especially Rick Allen. Who would like to take that one?
Well, I'm taller than Bryan Adams.
You are indeed.
But he does have a mighty big voice.
Now, you both have used the same producer, Mutt Lange.
Yeah, that's the similarity, and I think that's basically what a lot of people kind of latch onto, you know. It's Mutt's sound, and whoever he works with is going to have a similar sound, you know. It's all down to the music. Bryan Adams is at heart is a rocker still, I think. He's always, you know, he's had a lot of hits recently with ballads, but his Summer of '69 and stuff like that, they're all rockers. We're a rock band. There's going to be a similar thing if you use the same producer.
If Bryan Adams is a rocker at heart, what are you?
Speed metalist? I don't know.
Speed metalist. No, you come
Closet
from
Pantera bass player or something.
You come from No. Luckily, no.
I have no idea.
You come from a town that's known for its metal industry, Sheffield.
Indeed,
Sheffield in northern England, but I wouldn't call you speed metalers.
No.
I think you're more in the hard rock tradition, no?
We are what we are. We don't think about it too much.
No, you don't.
We let other people get on with it, and you know, they like it or you don't, you know.
Yeah.
We've been around long enough. If they don't know who we are now, then they've been living in a cave.
Yeah. All right, moving along, we've got a question now that's via the phone. That old institution. It's Colin from Winnipeg. Are you on the line, Colin?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for calling. And who is your question for, and what is it?
It's for the whole band. On the credits for Adrenalized, you mentioned how it took 4 years between Pyromania and Hysteria, and then you said that wouldn't happen again, and then it also took 3.5 years before Adrenalized. Why did it take so long to release Vault?
Well, I mean, a year and a half of both of them gaps has been made up by touring, you know, playing to you guys, basically. So,
yeah, let's not forget
we have to do that, you know. We like touring, it's our favourite thing, and studio's a necessary evil. We don't really want to be there. We'd rather just play live like we are tonight. But we have to make records, and unfortunately, before you know it, you know, a year and a half's gone by, and we also like getting our records right. You know, we're not perfectionists, but we do. What? No, we're not. No, we want it to sound right. You know, we have a certain sound in mind, and we kind of don't put it out until we're really happy with it. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just, it has to have the right vibe.
But the thing about the Vault album, I mean, it says why did it take so long to release it? It came out on the 23rd of October?
October, yeah.
We didn't even decide to do it until July. So it was kind of 3 months, and that's probably the quickest thing we've
Impressed
ever done.
everybody? Actually, yeah. It took us 15 years when you think about it.
Yeah, it took us 15 years, but, you know, it kind of only took, like, a couple of months, really.
All right, we've got another question, this one from one of our audience members. What's your name?
Christina.
Christina, what would you like to ask?
I'd just like to know, where did you come up with the idea for your latest video, When Love and Hate Collide?
Well, we basically got a lot of scripts sent to us from various different directors, and we didn't like many of them. In fact, we didn't like any of them. And so we decided that we'd try and get all the two guys that did what we think is some of the best videos we've ever shot, which is like Hysteria and Love Bites. And these two guys, Doug and Jean, hadn't worked together for 5 years, hadn't seen each other for 5 years, and actually fell out and hated each other for 5 years.
When love and hate collide.
And
what do you want?
that's the apt thing. We sent the scripts to the both of them and said, will you guys get back together and do it? And they kissed and made up, and they're good friends again now. They made first video in 5 years, and there's three different versions of it.
Great video.
So love and hate collided and became love again. It was a beautiful thing. It was a moment in time.
You know, I just have to mention, was that a good answer for your question?
Yeah, that was fine.
I just have to mention that this lady here has come all the way from Newfoundland to see you tonight. She called us last week and said, if I fly to Toronto, will you put me on the guest list? And we said, yeah, I think so, no problem. So thank you very much for
She
coming.
should join the band, actually. Get her a tambourine.
It's nearly as far as we've come, I tell you.
All right, well, let's do another song right now. This
We have
one.
to. I prefer to talk to everybody.
Now, this song, is this the one that broke you in your own country in England?
Yes.
Animal,
It
Hysteria,
is.
not till 1987.
1987.
All right, take it away.
So it goes something like this.
Over stony ground, such a lust for life. The circus comes to town. We are hungry workers on a lightning raid. Just like a river runs, I can find its flame. Oh, I burn for you. I got to feel it in my blood. Whoa, I need your touch, don't need your love. Whoa, sing it. And I want, and I need, and I love, and I more. And I want, and I need, and I love, and I more. Crowd, giving mouth to mouth, like a moving heartbeat. In the witching hour, I'm running with the wind, the shadow in the dust, like the driving rain, yeah, like the restless rust. I never sleep. I got to feel it in my blood. Whoa, I need your touch, don't need your love. Whoa, and I want, and I need, and I love, and I more. And I want, and I need, and I love. Crowd, whoa, baby, you gotta cry tough. I'm gonna hunt you like an animal. Gonna take your love and run, baby. I got to feel it in my blood. Whoa, I need your touch, don't need your love. Whoa, and I want, and I need, and I love, and I love, and I want, and I need, and I love, and I love. And I want, and I want, and I need, and I need, and I love, and I love, and I want, and I need, and I love,
Great tune. I have never seen a crowd like this during the winter. You guys are brave. I love Def Leppard. All right, the Speaker's Corner, of course, is located at the corner of the Chum City building. That's our stationary one. And we're going to go there right now because we've got a live, she loves you, Rick. We've got a live Speaker's Corner.
Go? Hi, I'm Amy from Toronto, and this is actually a question from my friend Jill in Vancouver. She wanted to know that since you guys have already put out one book, she wanted to know if you were planning on putting out a second book from Steve's death on to now and the future.
Good question.
Yeah, we haven't really thought about it.
We've been asked a few times if we're ever going to have the official David Frick Animal Instinct book updated, which might be a good idea. There's a lot of bogus ones out that just pull quotes out of newspapers that are all invented anyway, and so they're kind of like avoid like the plague, because all you're doing is lining somebody's pockets and you're getting bad quality stuff.
Well, I think fans appreciate one that's put out officially by the band because then they know they're getting your story.
Absolutely. We spent a whole week in Holland with David Frick.
So he knows you.
Yeah,
he knows you well.
everything that's in that book was said by us.
Right.
Embarrassing or not, yeah.
All right, well, I hope that answered your question. Miss Speaker's Corner, you didn't give us your name. So moving along, we've got Alex from the States, in Oregon. Alex, you're on the line. Thank you for calling tonight.
Hey guys, how you going?
Alex, who is your question directed at and what is it?
It's for the whole band. First, I'd just like to say that I've been a big fan since 1983, and I can't wait to hear Slang. My question, I know you're into soccer, so my question is about Europe '96 and how you think the English national team is going to do.
It's quite simple.
I didn't get the first bit. What was the first bit?
I think it was something to do with the European Championships, yeah? Is that what she said?
I think she wants to know, I think Alex wants to know who's going to win the World Cup next year.
No,
is
it's
that
the
correct?
European Championships.
European Championship.
Well, England are, of course.
England? Hey,
Dream on.
I come from Portugal when I was
We're the
kid.
home nation.
You're from Portugal too?
Territorial advantage.
Yeah, that's right. When I was a kid, I collected soccer cards. I loved Sporting. Do you know who Sporting is?
Oh, Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting Lisbon,
Yeah,
they're not
actually,
impressed.
the Portuguese, I think, have got a really good chance this year.
Do you think so?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, now we've got another email, so if you would like to turn your attention once again to your monitors in front of you, our email is soon to appear. You know what? The email is at a monitor that is at the far end of the room. And I just thought a hawk. Oh, okay, here it is. Hey guys, here are two heavy questions from Montreal. Def Leppard has been hit by a couple of major tragedies. How have these incidences changed your view in life and in songwriting? Okay, and what are the #1 priorities in your lives with Def Leppard? Who would like to tackle those ones?
I think just dealing with the things that have happened to the group throughout the years, if there is a positive thing that can come from them, it's basically that it brings the band a lot more, even closer together than we ever have been. We've always been mates, we've always been good friends, but it's things like that that really bond you, and actually you look out for each other a lot more. And with regards to songwriting, I think it shows through in that, not in any specific way, but certainly just in a togetherness within the group and an understanding, and the understanding of trying to achieve the same goal. And I think it just helps you. We've helped each other get over what's happened in the past, and I think it's been really good the way that it's brought us together. Really good.
Well, just for those who don't know, Steve Clark, your guitarist, died from an overdose of alcohol and painkillers in 1990. That was obviously a tragedy. And just in case you also don't know, Rick was involved in a major car crash 11 years ago.
It was actually a shaving accident.
It was a shave.
What do you mean you can't even shave yet?
That's why he's got a beard now.
Right on. Okay, we have a fax now from Laurie Duncan.
That confused you, didn't it?
No.
That's knocked the wind right out of her sails.
Well, I better watch it next time I shave my legs, you know? Laurie Duncan has faxed us from Edmonton, Alberta. And her question is for the guy with a sexy voice and looks to match.
Phil. That's with Brian Adams, what?
Brian Adams, yeah.
Do you write the lyrics for the majority of the songs, and what inspired you to write songs from the Inside and White Lightning, which have incredible but meaningful lyrics about drug and alcohol dependency? Is that sort of answered in itself, or would you like to expand on it?
I guess I'm semi-involved in most of the stuff that we do, but not totally. Sometimes, especially on the new album, on Slang, there's a song we do that Viv wrote everything. There's a couple of songs that Phil wrote everything. Most of the time it's a collaboration, but there's the odd song like comes through that you do. From the Inside was inspired by a 2-minute walk over O'Connell Bridge in Dublin and seeing a bunch of 10, 11, 12-year-old smack addicts, which is kind of, at the time, Dublin was the drug capital of Europe. I mean, 11% of the teenage population were addicted to heroin, which is a ridiculous amount, yeah. But it's gone right down now. They've cleaned it up a lot. But I just wanted to write a song that was... I hate preachy songs, but I wanted to do one that was like me saying, look, this is stupid. So I tried to do it from the drugs point of view, as though the heroin was actually singing the song, which was, I thought, an unusual angle, you know. At least. White Lightning was as a team effort, you know. It was a dark and moody kind of piece of music that Phil had written. And it just made sense to, you know, the timing of it was obviously essential.
Right. Okay, well, thank you. Very good answer. And now we have a question from an audience member. I saw you waiting here very early on. Your name is?
It's Wendy.
Wendy, where are you from?
Belleville, Ontario.
Oh, so you've come a bit of a ways, too.
120 miles. Not as far as Newfoundland, but 120 miles. So.
What's your question today?
I really enjoyed the Greatest Hit album because it has all my favorite songs on it, and I was just wondering when you guys are planning on touring again in Canada, because I know a lot of people are looking forward to it.
Yeah! We are too.
Any touring
There's
plans?
5 over here that are.
We start a tour hopefully in June next year. We got the Slang album should be out in May, and then we start June the 1st in India, in Bombay, and then we should get to North America probably late July, August. So, definitely, yeah.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, looking forward to it.
First, folks, live. We're definitely going to play.
We've got to do it now, haven't we? We've just told the whole of Canada.
Now you're committed.
As if we wouldn't anyway.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much. We're going to hear lots more from Def Leppard playing live here. Much music in an intimate and interactive. Don't forget, please keep sending us your faxes, your emails, and your phone calls. Don't go away. Back live with Def Leppard and in a Much Music, intimate and interactive. Now we're going to take a phone call from Jason. Are you there, Jason? Hi. Where are you calling from?
Cranbrook, BC.
Cranbrook, BC. People are spending money tonight, you know. Yeah. Their parents are going to be upset. I think they are the parents.
No.
All right, Jason, what's your question and who is it directed at?
First of all, I'd like to say that through all the rough times you guys have had in the past, it's great to see you still around, and hopefully you guys are around for another 15 years.
Thank you.
Top man.
Thanks very much.
And my question is directed basically at the whole band. You guys write incredible ballads, and I was wondering if majority of those ballads come from personal experiences.
Whoa, not really, no. I mean, we've never really set out to, like Joe said earlier, he hates preachy songs, and we don't want to really relate just from personal experiences. Maybe Joe could answer this better, but I think it's better if whenever we write songs is to make it a little more general so that whoever's listening to the song, it can mean something individual to them and not specifically from the writer. It should be more related to the listener than the writer, because the listener is always more important than the writer.
I couldn't have answered any better than that. So he went to school more often than I did.
I went twice.
You guys are, most of you, I believe, are a family man. And if you're not married now, you have been, and you probably will be again. Not, pointing any fingers. Is that affected the way you write your songs at all?
No, not really.
Not really? Like the fact you have families, kids?
Yeah, it depends who you ask, I guess. We're all kind of individuals amongst us.
Phil, would you like to take that one?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Yeah, anything that happens in your life is going to influence you in one way or another, whether it's an awful thing or something cool, you know, like birth of my son, Rory. That was very cool. And
he's 6 now.
Yeah, but he's 6 in January.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, of course that's going to affect you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, I read recently, a reporter wrote an article about you, and they said that they wanted to give you the most focused band award.
Most focused band.
That's right.
Yeah.
What I think
Q magazine it was.
I think it was cute. What I think they had to say, what they were trying to say, is that you guys seem to have always known what you were doing right from the beginning. I mean, I think you said that you put on your first album, and you still think it's fresh. It sounds good. I'm happy with what they did.
I'd question that actually. No.
Hold your tongue. Because you're in that silly English band called Girl.
Girl.
Vivian sat over here.
There you go. See?
Don't feel bad.
Don't worry.
Wearing mascara and ladies' clothes.
Hang on a minute. I saw him put mascara on you tonight.
Yeah, well, that's different. We're on telly. I didn't wear it in bed.
No one here is looking like Pretty Boy Floyd tonight, let me tell you. Well, I guess what the reporter was trying to say is that aside perhaps from your EP that you, I think you wrote, produced everything yourself in 3 weeks and got you the record deal that...
We recorded it in 2 days.
In 2 days? Oh, what happened? You went from 2 days to 2 years.
I don't know. I can't answer that one.
Maybe we didn't really know what we were doing after all.
All right, we have a question here from... No, I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you had it right to take a little bit more time. You've got a question?
I do. From the High Dry album, the song Switch 625, how come there are no lyrics to the song?
That's a fan. She noticed.
The good answer to that is because our dear friend Steve Clark wrote it. And he was great at writing guitar riffs and not very good at writing lyrics. God bless him.
Got one more question here from Sue. Sue, you ready?
Do you want me to stand up?
Oh, it's all right.
Okay. Okay, since we're being intimate tonight, I was just wondering how you guys deal with being married on the road. How often do your wives come out, etc.? And Joe, are you going through a divorce right now? And
Yes,
Rick?
I am. But I'm not available because I've got a smashing new girlfriend, so...
There you go, Sue. Oh, you're not finished.
Rick, you had Bell's palsy, is that right?
That's right.
Are you okay now? Everything's...
Well, actually, it'll never be as it was, but it's just one of those things. It's in a slow... it's just getting better day after day. I mean, it's been nearly 2 years now, and this side of my face is just it's slowly coming back. But you know,
Okay.
it's no big deal. You look at this guy, you look what he can do, and think I've got problems, you know?
Certainly an inspiration. Let's go to a Speaker's Corner question right now.
Listen carefully.
I'm Mike. My name's Andrew from Charlottetown, PEI, and I'd just like to say Def Leppard, I think you guys are great, and I really admire you for you guys been through hell and back with losing one of your band members, and the drummer, I think you're really impressive, and you got a lot of talent. And my question is, how did you guys get the name Def Leppard, and where did it come from, basically? And also, I was wondering if you guys could sing a few lyrics of Miss You in a Heartbeat. It's this girl I like, and I think she really...
Her name is Robin.
Her name is Robin. I think she's really impressed. So, anyways, you guys are great.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Oh,
can
they're
you?
so sweet, but
I know.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. You know, you've been together 15 years releasing albums. There are some questions I know you guys must have been asked thousands of times.
That's the first time anyone's actually asked that.
Yeah, right. So, would you like me to answer it for you?
No, I think...
Go ahead.
I think we can, at least in Canada, put this one to bed. If I do it, you know, national TV live. Surely
Okay.
I only have to do it once.
Drum roll, please. This is how...
I'll try. Excellent, Rick. Well, it all started a very long time ago. In 1975, when I was a mere little 14-year-old child, bored out of my brains in art class, because everybody was drawing that, you know, bottle of wine and a bowl of fruit or a bunch of flowers in a vase. And I wasn't that good, but I didn't like that kind of thing anyway. So I asked my art teacher if I could start designing posters for rock bands. And he said, go ahead. So I did Led Zeppelin and, you know, Black Sabbath or whoever. And then I started making the names of bands up, and Def Leppard was one of them. And for some unknown reason, I had this little photocopied thing of a policeman saying something about Def Leppard, and it was on my bedroom wall when we got together. And I suggested it as a name for the band.
And stuck and it's worked.
It wasn't spelt the way it is now. It was D-E-A-F, you know.
But this was less punk rock, right?
Yeah, yeah. Right. More like Led Zeppelin, apparently.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly...
Unintentional, though.
It's certainly done very, very well for you guys. So right now, let's go into another performance. We're going to do... You're going to do... Yeah, I'm just going to join.
Come in, join in.
What the heck, right?
Yeah, come on, Linda. Give me tambourine.
Yeah, no, Yoko, no thanks. Miss You in a Heartbeat, the song that those two guys from PI would like to see, and also The Flame. Where's that from?
Well, it's actually called Can't Keep Away from the Flame. It's a Japanese-only extra track for the greatest hits. They have, you see, the thing is with Japan, they have major import problems, and their economy and the whole record industry would collapse if every band does it, gives them a track that's not available over here for at least maybe 2 or 3 months. So it encourages the Japanese kids to buy the Japanese album rather than the import, which is about half price.
Right, so this one's from the Japanese import. Okay, take it
this
away.
This one's called Can't Keep Away from the Flame, which we actually use these little these are actually nipple clamps for guitars. Are they called capos or capos?
I think depending on what country you're from.
Yeah,
really.
I always call them capos because that's what my mother used to call them. Yeah. Same thing, really. Yeah, it would work, you know? It's tight enough.
Ouch.
Also make your voice higher, because you're shifting the key up, you see. Right then, anyway, it goes something like this. And Sav gets the day off on this one.
Yeah, I'll play the tempo.
I've got to figure out the tempo. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lonely, lonely, lonely child, crystalline and lace. Won't you walk with me a while, put a smile upon my face. I don't wanna take your love in vain. I'm gonna keep on coming back again. Beauty leaves the full-grown child, rose among the thorns. Like a ray of sunshine, she comes, heaven in my arms. I don't wanna take your love in vain. I'm gonna keep on coming back again. When I see you smiling, it takes away my pain. Oh, there's no denying, can't keep away from the flame. Winter summers, dying desert sands, moon of lovers' shadows, they go slipping through our hands. I don't wanna take your love in vain. I'm gonna keep on coming back again. When I see you smiling, it takes away my pain. Oh, there's no denying, keep away from the flame. I don't wanna take your love in vain. Only keep on coming back again. When I see you smiling, it takes away my pain. Oh, there's no denying, I can't keep away from the flame. Thank you. I think we've gone a bit tune-worthy. Thank you very much. Yeah, we are going to do Miss You in a Heartbeat next. This is going to be very interesting, actually, because Phil's going to sing this one. Woo! Without his mascara.
This is only the second time we've ever done this. We done it last night live for the first time, and Joe's still trying to work out how to play the keyboard bit, so
yeah,
that's why he ain't singing it.
Now you can all throw eggs at me and laugh. I'm going to try and play the piano.
I believe that there's something deep inside. It should be from time to time. I sure found out I thought love was such a crime. The more you care, the more you fall. No need to worry, no need to turn away, 'cause it don't matter anyway. Ooh, I miss you in a heartbeat. Ooh, I miss you right away. Ooh, I miss you, 'cause you're in love, if I don't feel that way. When we touch, I just lose my self-control. Sensation I can't hide. To love you is easy, it ain't easy to walk away. I keep the faith and there's a reason why. Yeah. No need to worry, no need to turn away. So don't matter anyway. Ooh, I miss you in a heartbeat. Ooh, yeah, I miss you right away. Ooh, I miss you. 'Cause you're in love, if I don't feel that way. Ain't big on promises, but I'll be true to you. 'Cause I'd do that anything. I won't lie, I'm better for you. Ooh, that way.
Don't go away. We've got lots more Def Leppard here on Much Music's Intimate and Interactive. Def Leppard. This is their new track from Vault, When Love and Hate Collide.
You could have a change of heart if you would only change your mind. Instead of slamming down the phone for the 100th time, I got your number on my wall, but I ain't gonna make that call. When divided we stand, baby, united we fall. Got the time, got a chance, gonna make it. Got my hands on your heart, gonna take it. All I know is my best friend. You could have a change of heart if you would only change your mind. I'm crazy about you, baby, and time after time. Without you, one night alone, it's like a year without you, baby. Do you hear the heart of stone? Without you, can't stop the hurt inside when love and hate collide. I don't wanna fight no more. I don't know what we're fighting for. When we treat each other, baby, like an act of war, I could tell a million lies, and it would come as no surprise. 'Cause when the truth is like a stranger, it's you right between the eyes. There's a time and a place and a reason, and I know I gotta love to believe in. All I know, got to win this time. Without you, one night alone, it's like a year without you, baby. Do you hear the heart of stone? Without you, can't stop the hurt inside when love and hate collide. Crazy, crazy without you, one night alone. It's like a year without you, baby. Do you hear the heart of stone? Without you, one night alone. It's like a year without you, baby. Do you hear the heart at all? Without you, can't stop the hurt inside when love and hate collide.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. We've got another audience question. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris. Chris, you had a little connection there with Vivian Campbell, don't you?
Yeah, I spent some time in Northern Ireland, and I knew a few people that Vivian used to know, kind of close people, actually.
All right, he doesn't want to elaborate. I'm not going to make him. He's
Be
sitting
careful,
next
his
to
wife's
wife.
here tonight. You know?
Yeah. All right, what's your question tonight?
Okay, you guys sound excellent, by the way. My question is this. Vivian, you've played with some big acts, but of course now you're with the real band. I remember you when you played the bar circuit with Sweet Savage in Northern Ireland. Has this all lived up to your expectations from those teenage years with...
Good question.
Not at all, no.
No, this sucks.
Yes. This is hell.
This rules.
Well, you know, actually, no. To be honest, the rock and roll reality is never like what you expect, you know. But it's better than working.
Damn right.
All right, well, we know that these guys put a lot of work into it. Obviously, from the next couple of songs, we're about to hear Hysteria title track, a huge hit too. And first, though, a song off a record that literally set North America on fire, Pyromania. This is Foolin.
Lady luck never smiles, so lend your love to me a while. Do with me what you will, break the spell and take your fill. On and on we rode the storm, flame has died and the fire has gone. Oh, this empty bed is not alone. I realized that long ago. Is anybody out there? Anybody there? Does anybody wonder? Anybody care? Oh, I just gotta know if you're really there and you really care. 'Cause baby, I'm not fooling. I'm fooling. Fooling. I'm fooling. Won't you stay with me a while? Close your eyes, don't run and hide. Easy love is an easy ride. Just waking up from what we had could stop good love from going bad. Is anybody out there? Anybody there? Does anybody wonder? Anybody care? Oh, I just gotta know if you're really there and you really care.
Foolin, thank you.
Hard work,
A real blast from the past.
Thank you. And what a wonderful year it was. And it got better. I guess we better get on with it then, huh? Yeah, that was a great year, 83. Oh, sound like a wine merchant, don't I? But it got better, actually. 87 and 88 were even better. And here's the title track from the follow-up album, Hysteria.
I'm shaking to my knees. I gotta know tonight if you're alone tonight. Can't stop this feeling. Can't stop this fire. Oh, I got hysteria, hysteria. Oh, can you feel it? Do you believe it? It's such a magical hysteria. When you get that feeling, better stop believing. Yes, it's a miracle. Say you will obey. Hysteria when you're near. Into yeah, you can hide. It's just a one-way street. Oh, I believe I'm in you, yeah. Open wide and dream me off my feet. Oh, believe in me. Tonight, if you're alone tonight, can't stop this feeling, can't stop this fire. Oh, I got hysteria, hysteria. Oh, can you feel it? Do you believe it? It's such a magical hysteria. When you get that feeling, can't stop believing. Yes, it's a miracle. Say you will obey. Hysteria when you're near.
It's hot, it's rocking, it's Def Leppard live on Much Music, and we have more coming your way in a minute. Back live with Def Leppard and Much Music and Intimate and Interactive. It's been a great show tonight. I hope you guys have been watching. We've got another email question here. And if you'd like to once again watch the screens, this one says, in the song Rock of Ages, what do you mean by gloppen, gleepen, glotten, gloten? This has disturbed me for years now. Please, put me out of my misery. Love, Mike. Okay, no love, just my thing.
They spelt it wrong for a start.
Do they? Well, we don't even know.
It's
Gunther, Glieben, Glausen, Glöben.
or something like that.
Does it mean anything?
Yes, it's
running through the forest softly.
Running through the forest silently was translated. Apparently, that's close in German. Some German guy says that's what he thinks it is, which it isn't.
And in the video, it's spoken by Peter Mensch, one of your managers.
Yes, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean, he allegedly spoke, not allegedly one of our managers.
Wearing the Abbott.
No, you were right first time.
Yeah, I probably was, yeah.
All right.
What does it mean? I don't know.
Sounds good to me.
It was actually Mutt that did that.
Was it?
It was Mutt Lang, our producer.
He actually got fed up of saying 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think he had an Indian one as well that went chapati papadum something or other.
Yeah, that's the one. You remember?
Well, that's always been one of my favorite Def Leppard songs, so thank you very much for that question. And now we have a Speaker's Corner, and this one, I believe, is from Montreal. Would you like to, once again, check out the monitors? Oops.
Listen carefully.
Hey, my name is Nimai, and I'm in front of Foolin Electric in Montreal. And I was just wondering, how exactly does it feel to be able to make money doing something that everybody loves to do? I would say the funnest job in the world.
So?
Marvelous.
Marvelous.
We actually feel very privileged to be doing what we're doing. Very privileged. It's very
That's
special.
a sensible answer from the
Oh, aye.
There's certainly the downfalls, but the highs have been pretty good for you guys. That's for sure.
We like it so much we've even lost money doing it. That's how much we love it.
I heard that as far as when you guys put out the Hysteria album, that you had to sell 4 million copies just to break even.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Good job we did 15 then, isn't it?
Luckily you did. And hey, it would have been #1 everywhere except for Thriller. That Michael Jackson once again.
That was Pyromania.
That was Pyromania.
Yeah. That was 83.
That was 83. Oh, God, time flies.
Hysteria was #1.
Excuse my old age.
It's all right.
All right, we have just time for one more question, and this one is from Brad. Quick, Brad, quick.
Okay, first of all, I want to say Teresa looks marvelous tonight.
Indeed, I'll second that.
Okay, and what else?
And second of all, I want to know if Def Leppard's going to have an official website on the internet.
You guys thinking about it?
It's been discussed over the last 2 weeks for the first time in our lifetime, anyway. I would imagine the sensible answer to that is eventually yes.
All right, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you here tonight, and we're going to leave you guys with another one of their great hits.
All righty.
Pure Sex to describe this one.
Pure Sex. Def Leppard, Unplugged, Unshaved, Unwell. 23 countries in 8 weeks. It's now holiday time for us. Thank you, good night, and see you next year.
Love is like a bomb, baby, come and get it on. Living like a lover with a red iPhone. Looking like a tramp, like a video man. Demolition woman, can I be your man? Yeah, man. Wrestling and dazzling and fashion little lane. Television lover, baby, come on, night. Sometime, anytime, should be sweet. Never be saying the same, should me, yeah. Yeah. Take a bottle, shake it up, break the bubble, break it up. Pour some sugar on me. from my head to my feet, yeah. Red light, yellow light, green light, go. Crazy little woman in a one-man show. You're a queen, mannequin, rhythm of love. Sweet dreams like a real loose head up. Loose head up. You gotta squeeze a little, tease a little, please a little more. Easy operator, come on, knocking on my door. So calm and intense, sugar is sweet. Little miss innocent, sugar me, yeah. Yeah, so give a little more. Take the bottle, shake it up, break the bottle, break it up. Pour some sugar on me in the name of love. Pour some sugar on me. Come on, find me up. Pour your sugar on me. Can't get enough. I'm hot, sticky, sweet, from my head to my feet, yeah. I got the cream, sweet to taste. Sad to is at my heart. See why sticky sweet from my head to my feet. You take sugar, one more time. Take the bottle, shake it up, break the bottle, break it up. Pour some sugar on me. Come on, find me up. Oh, your sugar on me. Oh, I can't get enough. Oh, some sugar on me. Oh, in the name of love. Oh, some sugar on me. Get it, come get it. Oh, your sugar on me. Oh, some sugar on me. Yeah, sugar babe.
Thank you very much. You guys have been just amazing tonight. And this has been a Much Music production. Thank you very much. Thank you.